For our friends listening across Kaniva-Leeor and Edenhope-Apsley, parts of Western Victoria, it's good to have your company, and I caught up with Peter Weir a bit earlier, and this is what he had to say about the clubs in the Horsham District Football and Netball League. Putting it together was Edenhope-Apsley, 13-10-88 to win at Pimpernaya. The Tigers, a much improved effort, 9-8-62.
Yeah, I see that was a pretty close game as we thought, and Jeremy Keeley was best on for the Edenhope boys, and when he's in the best you can see it was a real hard yakka because he's a good team player, Jeremy, and obviously they needed him to lift them and get over Pimpernaya.
I'll tell you what, the Kaniva-Leeor boys have just found out what a road trip is, and that is to come home with your tail between your legs. The Swifts were too swift for Kaniva, 16-9, 105 to 4-8-32.
Yeah, it looks like the Kaniva boys didn't get there till after quarter time as well, because I see that they got jumped early with 6 or 7 goals to stall in the first quarter, and a bit of a lone hand up forward who's ex-Carlton and Collingwood player Chris Bryan, who also spent a bit of time in the US punting, so he's an interesting player that's going to be in the league this year, and I see he kicked 4 goals and will probably be a bit of a sharpshooter for the Kaniva team.
And we're looking at our matches ahead that feature Edenhope-Apsley and Kaniva-Leeor. The Western Derby, it's the Harrow-Balmoral boys taking on Kaniva-Leeor at Kaniva. Can they start some rivalry here?
Oh, I think they will. It's a huge game for both clubs really now. Kaniva will be disappointed with their showing so far in the Horsham District League, and unfortunately for them, they're going to come up against a Harrow team that's really quick to, really wanting to bounce back quickly. And I know Nick Peake, and I know enough about the Harrow Footy Club, and they would have been gracious in defeat last week, but all those boys driving home would have been thinking we need to improve, and they'll know it's only April and there's plenty of the season to go, and they'll put their heads down and bums up, and they'll be really keen to bounce back. And I think once you add Michael Close and Simon Close back into that footy team, they're all of a sudden going to improve, and the boys around them improve, and yeah, they'll be keen to bounce back against Kaniva. All
right, that's your Parrot. It is a home deck of your boys at the top of the Mallee. Play the boys from down in the Wannon area of the southwest. The Edenhope-Apsley, if they visit Jeparrot Rainbow, can you bounce back after last week's loss?
Oh, I think we can. Edenhope always travel well up here. I know we've had a draw with them at Rainbow and then a very close couple of games at Jeparrot, so we know they're going to bring their best. And Damien Monaghan's a good little midfielder who always challenges our midfield, so he'll be one to watch through the centre of the ground. And Carl Slape's a big fella up forward. I think Lucas Essenwanger played really well for us last week, and he could be a good match-up there. But they've also got good forwards like George Walker and blokes like that who probably aren't going to come out and kick 8 or 10 against you, but they always kick their 3 or 4, and you've just got to respect them, because the minute you don't, they pop up and kick a goal. So I'm expecting a close game. Edenhope have won their first 2, and after last week, we're keen to get back on the winners list.
All right, and thanks, Weary. Good to hear your views for our Kaniva-Leeor and Edenhope-Apsley folk listening across 100.3 in southeast South Australia and Western Victoria.